Hi, everyone. It is Manifest with Sherbear time. And I know you're all so excited. Today, we're going to talk about how to capture the feeling state and how to stay there. But before I get into that, I want to go through my intro. My name is Sherry Elizabeth. Welcome to my YouTube channel. We now are at 1,080 subscribers. I'm so unbelievably happy and grateful. Hang on one second, guys. Sorry. Okay, sorry about that. I'm so unbelievably happy and grateful. We got Billionaire here. We got Seebsters here. We got Live from the End with Jay, who is one of my good friends. So if you guys could give him a follow, he has just grown and evolved so much, and I'm so proud of him. But getting back into the intro of this video, on my YouTube channel, I teach you guys how to manifest heaven on this earth, because that's my goal for me. And because that is my goal for me, that is my goal for you also, because we are actually all one. There is zero time, distance, space, separation between anyone or anything. And it is my belief that we came to this planet to experience heaven on earth and find our way back to unconditional love, because that is who we truly are. We came from source. We are part of source. Okay. So I believe that if you guys are attracted to my content, you are on the same path as me, which is having your awakening, knowing who you truly are, knowing who you came, knowing where you came from, what you deserve, and how easy it is for you to manifest heaven on this earth while you have this human experience. Debbie said, "Hey, love you, girl. You changed my world." Oh my God, I was thinking about you the other day. I want to hear updates from you, girl. Okay, now we're going to get into how to capture the feeling state and stay there. Okay, so I'm going to hold off on answering questions for a second because I want to get this out. And also, Billionaire had a question that I'm going to answer. He was on my TikTok live today, and it leads into what I'm talking about here. So his question was, is there a way to know when to take inspired action and when not to? So I'm going to get into that, but I'm going to have a little prequel leading into that answer. Okay. So the feeling state is simply living in the end of you have a desire, right? So because most people are manifesting a person, we're going to talk about that. So let's say you're manifesting a relationship and you want someone to be your boyfriend or your girlfriend. Well, you would want to capture the feeling state of this person is already my boyfriend or girlfriend. But how do you do that, right? You guys hear me talk about the state of consciousness, the self-identity. So how do you capture that state? Well, I want to say that it's extremely easy to do. And the very first thing that I want you guys to truly understand is that the only thing that ever matters is the present moment. So you have a desire, right? Essentially look at it like, I have a problem. What is the solution to this problem? Well, the solution is I already have it. If I want something and I look at it as if it's a problem, right? Because I don't have it. What's the solution? What solves this? Well, I have it already, right? So over here would be our feeling state, okay? So you would go into, I am this person's boyfriend or girlfriend, right? Well, you then sit back and realize that you have now chosen, because like I always say, persisting is only a choice, okay? You have chosen a state of consciousness that already is occupying the version of you that has it. So you might think like, oh, I'm just thinking this like useless little thought that I already have it. Affirmations don't work. Da, 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 da. And it's actually so false. Every time you decide and you choose to assume that you have and you already are what you want to be, your thoughts are so powerful, okay? Those intentions are moving that energy into motion, and you're literally shifting into the reality where you already have it. Okay, so I suggest you grab a pen and paper and you write down the affirmative statement at the top. I am so-and-so's boyfriend or girlfriend, okay? And if you're manifesting new love, you just go into, I'm in the most amazing committed relationship with the love of my life, and it will still work. You will still manifest the love. Okay. Now, there's many ways to capture the feeling state, but the most important thing that I want you to realize is that Neville Goddard is famously known for the book Feeling is the Secret. And many people believe that when he wrote Feeling is the Secret, he was talking about feeling an emotion. So a lot of people get really intimidated by this because they're like, well, I just can't feel happy all the time, or I just can't feel loved all the time. Or when I affirm, I don't feel anything. I might not even believe it. Right? Well, that's okay. Okay. The feeling state is simply knowing it as already done. Who would I be if this was already true in my reality? What conversations would I be having? What would I be feeling? Okay. What would I be thinking? Okay. Who would be in my reality? Would I be dressing different? Would I be more confident and secure? Right. Now it's embodying tones and facets of reality. So smelling, seeing, touching, right? Like for example, I can do an imaginal act where I'm manifesting a free cup of chai tea, and I would capture the feeling state of how this chai tea tastes, right? I would feel myself pinching the straw. I would feel the cup in my hand. I might feel like shit when I'm doing it still, and it doesn't matter. It will still manifest because I've chosen to occupy this reality. Okay. So we're going to do the example of catching the feeling state of a relationship. Write down at the top of the paper, I am so-and-so's boyfriend or girlfriend. Okay. Then I want you to ask yourself, what thoughts would I be thinking? Well, you would be thinking thoughts like, God, I'm so secure and content in this relationship. I feel so chosen. This person is the love of my life. My heart is bursting every single day. This relationship is so passionate, or whatever thoughts that are important to you to have when you're already in a relationship. And I want you to realize that those thoughts are then going to cause you to feel emotions. So you're going to feel emotions anyways without even trying. It's just a side effect of it. Okay. Most of the time, the thoughts are going to cause you to feel emotions. If you're having a day where you're a little under the weather and you start observing thoughts of what you want to experience and you don't feel an emotion, it's okay. It will still manifest. You don't even have to believe it. And most people don't believe it in the beginning. I certainly didn't. Okay. It was very hard for me to believe things when I first started this journey that I had no evidence of in my 3D, and it was brand new to me. But when it manifested, it was the best feeling ever. And to this day, when things manifest for me in the 3D that I chose to persist in, it is the best feeling ever. Okay. Now, do you have to imagine to get what you want? The answer is no. You can just simply affirm by what I just said. Affirm as if you already had the relationship, right? Or use inner conversations. I've talked about that a lot. I've talked about that a lot on this channel. But what I want to talk about, and I want to encourage you guys to try, okay, whether you're good at visualizing or not, I want you to try it for the next week, okay? And when you capture the feeling state in your imagination, you are embodying the tones and facets of reality. And it is very, very easy to do. So I know some of you were thinking, well, I'm just not good at visualizing. Well, that's the self-concept that you're choosing to embody. And to fix that, you just have to start assuming that you're a great visualizer, okay? So all of you are great visualizers. All of you capture the feeling state easily and effortlessly. Okay. So you write down your affirmation at the top. Then you write down thoughts that you would have if this was already true in your reality. Then you ask yourself, what could I consciously visualize as I'm falling asleep that would imply that my desire is already true? Now, I suggest that you guys pick simple, everyday scenes. So I'm going to talk about a scene that would imply that you're already in the relationship that is capturing the feeling state. Okay. And it's going to be in the morning, because one thing's for sure, all of us wake up every single day and go to the bed. Okay. Because even if you wake up and get back to bed at some point, your ass is getting up and going to the bathroom. You may come back to bed, but all of us are waking up every single day. Okay. So an example of a feeling state, okay, that would imply that you already had the relationship is you wake up in the morning, and it is very important for you to do this in first person, okay? Because in the quantum field, realize that when you're performing these imaginal acts, okay, your soul is really experiencing it in the quantum field. So this isn't just like some fantasy land or imagination woo woo that you're doing to appease yourself. You're truly going to the quantum field, and of all the potentials, you're choosing to land exactly where you want to land by consciously visualizing it. Okay. So I suggest, Billionaire asked, how often should we do it? So I suggest you do this every night as you're dropping off to sleep for the next week. Now, there's no magic number. I will typically, when I'm consciously manifesting something, and I my go-to, I love inner converse. I love them all, right? I love affirmations. I love inner conversations. But my absolute favorite thing to do has always been and always will be is visualize as I'm falling asleep as if I already have something, okay? Or just say an affirmative statement. But realize that when you say affirmative statements, it's going to cause your mind to think in pictures. That's the way that our brains are wired, okay? As humans, that's how our brain works. So I like performing imaginal scenes as I fall asleep. The reason being, our brain is in a brainwave called theta, which is a self-hypnosis state. And it is the fastest way to impress and reprogram the subconscious mind. So that means it is the fastest way to rid ourselves of the old self-sabotaging thoughts and beliefs and create a whole new subconscious program, because the conscious mind is shut off, the subconscious is wide open. And we're only in theta brainwave twice a day. In the morning when we wake up, first thing, and as we're falling asleep at night. So you can visualize in the morning and at night, okay? There's no magic number of how many times you have to do it. For me, I typically will do it no longer than a week, okay? I know people that do it for 2 weeks. I know people that do it for 3 days. I've done it only one time and it's manifested. There's no magic number. The general answer would be when you start to feel it in your conscious hours as already true. Okay. And when you do it as you're falling asleep at night, that's going to happen quicker because the conscious mind is shut off. The subconscious is wide open. So you're going to wake up one day and you're going to go, oh my God, I'm already this person's girlfriend, or I'm already this person's boyfriend. I don't have to lift another finger in this 3D. I don't have to imagine again. I don't have to do anything. They're already mine, right? Because you've reprogrammed the mind. You've saturated your subconscious in that feeling state. So getting into embodying tones and facets of reality, you want to embody a sense. So touching, hearing, smelling, seeing, okay? You can embody all senses or you can just choose one. And I want you to, if you don't think you're a good visualizer, continue to practice this. And as time goes on, you will very easily be able to embody more tones and facets of reality. But in the beginning, a little Sherbear tip is just pick one, right? So for example, you can choose to smell something. So let's say you're manifesting that your person is cooking, brownies for you, and you're smelling the brownies in your imaginal scene, or you're smelling coffee in the morning and you're having this internal dialogue in the scene that they're your boyfriend or girlfriend. You always have to have a dialogue. This is where a lot of people mess up. They don't have a dialogue that implies that they're already the boyfriend or girlfriend. They may just manifest themselves in a scene where they're waking up next to the person. But that could happen in the 3D where it's just like, they hook up and then the person goes along their merry way and there's no commitment yet, okay? And that's because in the imaginal scene, they didn't specify that they were the person's boyfriend or girlfriend. So literally one sentence can make or break that whole imaginal act getting exactly what you want or not. Now, let's say you end up manifesting a scene and it was like half of what you wanted. That's okay because you're just like, I forgot in my imaginal scene to imply that I was the boyfriend or girlfriend. So that played out in the 3D. So now I just have to go back in imagination and start imagining and have this internal dialogue that my desire is already true. So you can either have this by a conversation in these imaginal scenes. You can script things out. You can have thoughts in your imagination, but you just have to imply that you're already the boyfriend or girlfriend. So I'm going to walk us through a little scene in the Wish Fulfilled that would imply that you are already the boyfriend or girlfriend. Now, you can make the scenes as elaborate as possible. You can imagine yourself in the Maldives, in the water, being fed grapes and just lavish, amazing scene. That will manifest too. For me personally, I have found that it's easier for me to embody it as true when I keep the scenes as simple as my day-to-day life as possible. So for example, I would imagine myself laying in bed. Now, this is all happening in my imagination. My eyes are closed. I'm getting ready for bed at night. I will sit upright in a 90-degree angle in my bed because in the past, I have found that I have fallen asleep. Okay. So in order to prevent myself from falling asleep, I'll sit in a 90-degree angle and I'll put my covers off of me. And I'll feel really, really relaxed. So I'm in that alpha brainwave, which is that relaxing brainwave, going into theta, which is prime self-hypnosis. Right before you fall asleep, it's about 10 to 15 minutes where the conscious mind is shut off. You are in the quantum field, okay? Think about that brainwave as I am in the quantum field. My body may be sitting on my bed, but I am in the quantum field and I am about to consciously visualize exactly what I want, okay? So I would imagine myself laying in bed, my eyes open. This is all in my imagination. So I'm doing this in first person. So for me, I always sleep on my back. So when my eyes open, I'm looking up at my ceiling or straight ahead to the wall, straight ahead. So in my imaginal scene, I would first imagine myself opening my eyes, looking straight ahead in first person. This sets up my imaginal scene to be in first person. You can look at your hands in front of you. You can look at your feet at the edge of the bed. If you have an animal or a pet, you can look at them at the edge of the bed. But you open your eyes. Then you look to your right and there's your person. And I like to focus on a body part of them. So for example, my person, I really like his lips. So in my imaginal scenes, I'll imagine his lips and I know exactly what they look like. So for me, that's easy to do. I have clients who will imagine their hands or their nose or their hair, even their outfit or their tattoos. It doesn't matter as long as you're able to see it because that's a facet of reality. Right? That's what really happens in the 3D. This isn't hard. This is actually really easy. And I would, for example, maybe look at them and I would say, good morning. And I would maybe give them a kiss on the lips and I would feel their lips on mine. And then I would hear them saying to me, good morning. Like, I love waking up to this beautiful face every day. You're the best girlfriend ever. Okay. That little scene will ensure that I will get the relationship in this third dimensional plane. Why? Because I simply assumed that they were already my boyfriend, that I was waking up to next to them every day, and that they were telling me that they love seeing my beautiful face every day and I'm the best girlfriend in the world. And I would imply like, oh, thank you. And I would just feel so special and loved. But more importantly, when you guys do these imaginal scenes, I want you guys to embody, like, it's not about them, okay? It's about you. And what I want you to truly embody when you go into these scenes is the feeling state of I am already the person that has this love and it's just me. I'm so chosen. I'm so desired. I'm so perfect. I am the queen or king of my reality. So of course I have this relationship. I'm so worthy of it. I'm deserving of it. Of course this person is choosing me. I'm always chosen, no matter what is going on in my life or theirs. I have that person by my side. And that's the person that I want you to embody. And then, of course, the specific person is just a little extra happy side effect to have this committed relationship and experience that love in the 3D. Okay. But that's as simple as it is. So I'm going to get into answering Billionaire's question from TikTok earlier, which I'm going to read it again for those of you who are just joining. It was, wait, hang on. Sorry, guys. My iPhone is, let's see, Billionaire. Is there a way to know when to take inspired action and when not to? Here's the thing with inspired action. You don't know if it's inspired action or not until it already manifests in the 3D and you look back and realize, wow, that was inspired action. So let me give you an example, okay? When you decide to consciously manifest something and you fall asleep in the state of the wish fulfilled and you've impressed your subconscious, and I want you guys to have a natural assumption that Subconscious has been impressed. I fall asleep in the state of the wish fulfilled. Boom, my subconscious is already impressed. That's it. I don't have to lift another finger. I don't have to do anything. It's already impressed. Okay. Now, when you do that, you are going to be led by your subconscious through a natural bridge of events. So you're not thinking in the 3D. All right, so today I'm going to wake up. I'm going to go get muffins for breakfast. And while I'm getting muffins, I know my SP is going to be there and he's going to tell me how much he loves me. Okay. That's not inspired action. That's you assuming yourself right out of the state into this place of reality of not having it. Inspired action, for example, would be, let's say you woke up late for work one day. And normally at 8 a.m., you're at work. But this day you slept in an hour and you thought it was the worst thing ever because no one likes being late for work. And then you got in your car and you just realized, shit, not only am I late for work, but now I have to get gas because I have no gas. My boss is going to kill me, this, that, and the third. And you go to a gas station, you're filling up your tank, you look up and there's your SP. And you're like, holy shit, oh my God. In your mind, you're like, this is happening. This is really happening. Like I've been visualizing, I've been affirming, and here they are, right? It's all part of my perfect bridge of events. And it is, okay? That inspired action was you sleeping in. That inspired action was you having an empty tank of gas. That inspired action was you pulling up to that exact gas station at that exact time to run into your specific person because their subconscious led them to you because your desire, your thought moved that whole experience into motion. And then let's say your specific person, you guys have a little conversation and then they go off on their merry way and you go off on yours. That trust and know that your desire has been heard. And I don't care. They could profess their love on the spot that day at the gas station, or they could call you 2 weeks later and profess their love. A month later, it doesn't matter. You continue to persist in that feeling state of, I already have this relationship because I'm me, right? That's who I am. You become conscious of who you're being and you choose to occupy that feeling state. That is how all manifestations unfold, okay? Now, I hope you guys like this live. I do have to go because I'm actually 6 minutes late for a client session, but you guys are amazing. I will talk more about, I'm going to come on live tomorrow, and tomorrow we'll do more of a live Q&A where I can look at your guys' questions and answer your questions. That'll be so much fun. I won't have a topic in mind. We'll just do a Q&A, and I'll be so excited to do that. But thank you all so much for your questions and for watching me. If you guys want coaching with me, quantumleapdream.com. I do now offer personalized living in the end and revision meditations that you can access and in my link tree below. And also you are affirmation rants that are specific to you. So that's like probably one of my favorite things to do right now. I love doing that. So if you guys do purchase it, let me know as many details as possible so I can include your name, your person's name, and whatever else you want. Could be money, could be job, whatever you want, I will include it. Okay. I love you guys so much. And all of my contact information is in the link below. Thank you for all the likes. Thank you for all my subscribers. I'm so excited. You guys are my everythings. I love you so much. Have a beautiful night.